Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Kuntres just started Maamar Ches. This Shiur is sponsored by Chana Esther Davidoff in honor Lul Nishmas, her grandfather. Sham Shavan Aliyah. Everyone should be only good and also discuss all our learning, applying what we're learning, and internalizing it should really give a lot of brachas to the neshama. We're also going to learn for all the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael and around the world, and the soldiers and the captives, unfortunately, still in captivity. And for Yosef Yitzchak ben Simcha, and for Roz bas Doron. And all the hostages and Mitzvah Hashem should be only good and come out quickly. Shab Mashiach now. So now we're going to start going to a little bit of a topic in the Maamar about what do we achieve by doing Torah mitzvahs, and does it really matter what we do? Not matter. Let's see. It's going to go on for 1 or 2 days. Basically, we were going back in the beginning of Maamar Ches, page 129. We're going back to what we talked about earlier, that if we do a mitzvah, we're going back that we said the pasuk Tzveis harava esat tzmeya. That what does it mean? Tzveis, the rava, the satiated, with the tzmeya, with the thirsty. And so Rashi says it means they connect. That klippa connects with Malchus. And we said later that's why Malchus doesn't like to come down. But that's one. And the other one we said, and which was according to Radak, it's that it adds, that the satiated adds to the thirsty, which is a klippa adding to kedusha, which is a little confusing. So then we said the way klippa gets is 2 ways. One is from the hind part, like we talked about many times already. The other one is because of the hind part, but from makif, which is a very high level. And that's what we're after. So now we're going to go to understanding a different point. It says in Pirkei Avos, Asara Deis mi Adam ad Noach. There's 10 generations from Adam till Noach. Min Noach ad Avram, and from Noach to Avram another 10 generations. To let us know how much erech apayim there is in front of Hashem, which is literally slow to anger. All generations were getting worse. I didn't do anything. He let them go for 10 generations until Avram, another 10. Meaning from Adam to Noach was 10 generations. For 10 generations, Hashem let the world get worse and worse until Noach, he said, let's fix this. And then from Noach to Avram, another 10 generations going bad until Avram came and he saved them, everyone. I know. That from all these generations, these 10 and 10, they received from Hashem's erech apayim, his slowness to anger. Now the rabbi saying, a Reuven, what is this that it's written, erech apayim, slow to anger? What does that mean? Really, erech apayim is plural. He's slow to anger, but in the plural. Really should be saying it in af, is that he's slow to anger in the singular. Ella erech apayim. So what does it mean? He's slow to anger in the plural. Is la tzadikim, that he's slow for the tzadikim. Erech apayim, Rishayim, also slow for the Rishayim. Well, Rashi. So Rashi explains apayim mashma. What does apayim mean? Which is sort of like slowness. Panim bein seres. It means whether he's slow happily. Bein zayma, so whether it's sad. Apayim sechakos marich umaacher l'tzadikim. So when it comes to the slowness in the smiling countenance of happiness, it's that he's marich me'acher l'tzadikim la'asid lavai, that he slows it down to give tzadikim the reward later. La'asid lavai, Mashiach comes after. And apayim zaymer, when it's slow in the sad sense, the unhappy sense, is marich l'rashayim. He pushes off to the Rashayim, and he gives them their punishment, leilam haba, and what to come later on. So let's understand this a little bit. Hini yedua, the Ein Sof who kadosh umuvdal. So now it's known that Ein Sof, Hashem's infinite light, is wholly separated. It's aloof. It's not. It has no real relation to the world. It's doesn't connect. It's too above and beyond. We're too low in cost. And that's why it says in Malachi, I Hashem have not changed. Meaning because it's like whatever happens outside on the floor with the ants doesn't make a difference to me. It doesn't affect me in any way. But it's so incomparable. There's no connection. That's what we're saying. There's no change between before Hashem creates and after Hashem creates. Just like whatever happens in the ants doesn't change me in any way. Doesn't make any effect on me. Because the world, our whole world with the 8 billion people, and the vastness of it, and then the mountains, and the beauty, and the craziness, and everything that's in there is so insignificant to Hashem. This is what it says in Iyov. If you do something bad, if you do something bad, you do a sin, what does it do to God? And many sins, what does it do to him? If you did something good, what did you give him? Or what from your hand he's going to take from you. Meaning, it's like us and ants. Well, it's nothing. The ants did something good, but it's irrelevant. Because what we do doesn't mean anything to Hashem. Of course, we're going to learn later it does. And of course, Chassidus later talks about it. And then there's different places. We're focusing on different points. Like it says, Medrash Rabbah, in Lech Lecha, Hakel Tamim, Hashem is pure. Darka, his ways are pure. Imras Hashem, his sayings, Tzurufa. Magen Hu l'chol ha'cheisim bay, and is Tzurufa also is joining, and Magen Hu, and he's a protection l'chol ha'cheisim bay, whoever finds protection within him. Tzim deracha of Tamim, if his ways are pure, he himself, if his ways are pure and they're good, so how much more so he himself, Hashem. Rav Amar lei nisnu mitzvahs el tzarf behem es. And Rav says the mitzvah is given to join the us, meaning like the Indian explained, and really doesn't make a difference to Hashem. Baruch Hu, misha sheichet min hatzavar, misha sheichet min ha'eif, whether he shecht him from the neck or from the back, and like. So Rav is saying it doesn't make a difference what we really do. But the why it doesn't make a difference is because Hashem made a way we can connect to him. When regards to Hashem, his infinite light, doesn't make a difference at all. Meaning, according to Rav, what he's saying is like this: that the mitzvahs, all the details, doesn't really matter to Hashem. He says, how could it matter to Hashem if we shech this way or that way? Or like, and this is sort of, we're going to explain it later on, but we're in the question. So like in the question, it's like Hashem really cares whether I wait 6 hours between meat and milk or I wait 5 hours and 59 minutes. It makes a difference to him. If I light my Shabbos candles exactly the right time, if I light it a minute later, it makes a big difference. Really makes a difference to Hashem. And this is sort of what he's saying. It can't be. He's saying because Hashem is so big and great, just like the ants, it doesn't make a difference what the ants do to me. It's irrelevant totally. So therefore, why is there mitzvahs and why is it Torah mitzvahs? What's the purpose of the mitzvahs? Is to connect to us. Hashem said, I have no way of connecting to you, just like the ants. I have no way of connecting to you, but I'll tell you a little secret. You know what? Do these things. And I'm like, wow, you did it? Like, it's pretty cool. So we'll connect. And that's the way we'll connect. That's what he's saying. This says in Shemot, you should serve Hashem your God. And by the way, this discussion is brought down in a lot of places from the Rebbe Shab himself, a whole discussion back and forth. Does it make a difference? Doesn't make a difference. But we're just going to stick to what we're learning here and ask the question now. And this is what it says in Shemot, you should serve Hashem your God. And it explains elsewhere on this pasuk, this service is for Hashem. Meaning he needs it. So this is Hashem as he brings himself down into Seder Shtashlos, into the worlds, from Atzilus down. Hainu be'aseh spheres to Atzilus, in the 10 spheres of Atzilus. So in the world of Atzilus, it makes a difference. The Reishis on Hi Chachma, the Sham Negei Avodas Tachtonim, the highest level in Atzilus is Chachma. So in Chachma, it does make a difference what we do. As we explained elsewhere, and as we're going to explain more, meaning, and we talked about this before, it's very important to understand how to not categorize, how to compartmentalize Hashem, so to speak. Meaning, just like within ourselves, and another simple example is like a woman. A woman can be a daughter, a sister, a mother, a grandmother, a doctor. They have many hats that they wear. And there's different levels, different ways of expression, and different levels of connecting. And so to Hashem, there's a level of Hashem that's way above and beyond. It ain't safe. It's an infinite light. There's no connection to the worlds at all. Way above and beyond. And so we're saying on that level, nothing. The world doesn't exist. Near violation is nothing changed. That's what it means when it says near violation is. It means nothing changed. Who didn't change? The level of Hashem that's way above and beyond. But then there's a level of Hashem that he decides to interact with us, to have a connection with us. And that's Hashem as he comes down into Seder Shtalshlus, into Atzilus, and he can find himself, and he puts himself into, so to speak, in a box. And over there makes a difference. He lets himself be in a position that makes a difference. Yeah. But in Safe, that's above all the walls, it doesn't really matter what we do. This is what it says in Mishnah. To understand that they're talking about the 10 generations and figure out is brought down in the beginning. So the Rebbe Shav is saying this is what the Mishnah means. How slow to anger lefanim by Hashem. Shekol haderes hayu machisnu b'ayin, they go down and down. Ba'af al pi shehayu machisin, even though they were doing bad, mikomakim nimshach lahem hashpa hachayus. Nevertheless, they were still getting Hashem's life force v'chinas erech apayim from this level of slow to anger, because Hashem is being slow to anger, so He keeps on sustaining them. Shu b'chinas erein seif shalamayim sedish tashus, Hashem's infinite light, which is above. That's from the Erein Seif. That meaning, because by Seder Shtalshlus, Lefisha Sham Ein again, and he's saying that because we'll finish it off here. He's saying because in Seder Shtalshlus, this is sort of wrapping everything up very nice. In Seder Shtalshlus, when Hashem is in the level of Atzilus, that he's defined, made himself be able to be defined, so therefore it makes a difference what we do. When I start to care about someone, so then what they do makes a difference to me. But where I'm above and beyond them, I don't care about them, they don't have any significance to me, so then I don't care what they do. So there's level of Erein Sev, Hashem's infinite light, which is way above and beyond the worlds. So over there, the worlds it doesn't take in consideration, and therefore he can keep on giving even if we're doing something wrong. What's the difference? You do something wrong when the relationship between us and Hashem, not relationship, but the way that Hashem interacts with the world is like a me to an ant outside. So it's irrelevant. So, I'll chuck whatever food. And the ant's like, they gave me more food. I care about you. Whereas when it comes into the level of Hashem caring, So therefore he cares. And therefore it makes a very big difference what we do. And that's what he's saying. And being that this level of makif, coming from a level way above and beyond, it doesn't matter. And then we can keep on existing, getting, even if we're doing the wrong thing. And Monday, it's Hashem, next class, we'll finish off this parak. Have an amazing day and yeah, enjoy.